welcome to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him at gods5minutes@gmail.com. Now, here's Ed Wilson with God's 5 Minutes.
Hello, friends. Today I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Landon Wilson. This world's a dangerous place, filled with things that can harm the body and cause a soul to be lost. It's been so since the Garden of Eden. And also since that time, the great overriding question for every one of us is, how can we be safe? Well, the answer is found in Proverbs 4 and 5. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Or as another translation has it, do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. Wisdom is the ability to think and act using knowledge, experience, understanding, common sense, and insight. It is a habit or disposition to perform the action with the highest degree of adequacy under any given circumstance. Knowledge, by contrast, is information, skill, or understanding that comes from experience. It's possible to use knowledge without wisdom. That's what the Israelite theologians did when they directed the Magi to Bethlehem while declining to go themselves. Knowledge is what we get when we go to school. It's what parents aim for when they point their sons and daughters toward a college education. It's what apprentices gain when master craftsmen teach them to weld or mechanic or drive a truck. We need knowledge. How many times have each of us done foolish things just because we didn't know any better? Yet knowledge alone, vital as it is, can't save us. So knowledge can be taught, but wisdom, how does one get wisdom? We teach our children and teach each other. We gain all the knowledge we can, and yet the pages of history are overfull of stories of shrewd, competent people who had a wealth of knowledge and yet blundered into great tragedies. For it is wisdom, not knowledge, the Bible has said, will preserve and keep us. God alone is the fountain of wisdom. He gives it to us, and that in just the opposite of the way we do things. We give knowledge and hope it will be used with wisdom. He gives wisdom and adds knowledge to it. To Solomon he said, wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee. James found the answer, James 1:5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given to him. What then does James mean by wisdom? He means the sum of practical religion. With him, sin and folly are the same, and so are religion and wisdom. He has wisdom who knows God with a living heart knowledge, which gives a just insight into the realities of life and the boundaries of right and wrong, and which regulates conduct and shapes the whole man with power far beyond that of knowledge, although that knowledge illuminates an intellect, however powerful. Knowledge is poor and superficial in comparison with his wisdom, which may roughly be said to be equivalent to practical religion. A person who keeps vividly before him the thought of God, and with it the true nature and obligation and blessing of righteous, loving obedience, and the true foulness and fatalness of sin, if he sees these with a clearness with which we may all see the things that are unseen and eternal, if he sees the rottenness and the shallowness of earthly things and temptations, and the blessed results of every God-pleasing act, why, the course of his life will be secured. Notice James does not say, if any of you lack wisdom, let him sit down and think. No, nor even if any of you lack wisdom, let him take a course of study or go to philosophers and teachers. We are told to ask, and that is a very strange thing if wisdom is only in the mind. But it is not so strange, since true wisdom has its seat in the depths of the human spirit. Anyone who wants the divine wisdom can have it. Let him get down on his knees. That's the best place to secure it. Let him ask, because that insight, so clear, so vivid, so constant, and so perfectly accurate for the regulation of life, is of God. It comes to us from the Spirit of God that dwells in people's hearts. Have you talked to him today?
You have been listening to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him by email at godsfiveminutes@gmail.com. Tune in next time to hear more encouraging thoughts from God's Word on God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson.